I want you to tell me, and we're going to start with Susan, because we're all here to sell our films. Tell us your name and a little bit, one line about your film and what you're doing. And then let's move into that question about how you stay solid in your instincts.
My name is Susan Saladoff. Can you hear me okay? My film is Hot Coffee. It's in the U.S. documentary competition, and we premiere tomorrow at noon at the Temple Theater. Yay. And while I just want to acknowledge this for one moment, almost our entire team is women. And my editors here, Cindy Lee, who's an amazing editor, and two associate producers are here, Erin Crumpacker and Betsy Lee. And we just, anyway, it was a fabulous team. This is my first film. I practiced law for over 25 years, and I had something I had to say because nobody else was saying it, and it was important. And I hope you see my film, because my film is about how corporations are basically buying our third branch of government, which is our civil justice system, our courts. And people don't know it. You don't even know that you're giving up your constitutional rights every day to access the court system until you need it. And when you need it, it's too late. And so our film, we follow four character-driven stories. The first one is the infamous McDonald's coffee case, the woman who spilled coffee and sued McDonald's, and how all of you probably think that that was a frivolous lawsuit, and how ridiculous it is for a woman to spill coffee and think she can make money doing that. Well, that's not what the story is about, the true facts at all. And come see the film, because the reason that most of you think that is because there was so much money spent by corporations and public relations firms, a propaganda campaign, to convince you of that so that you would give up your rights to access the courts. Because when you do that, corporations make more money. And so that's what my film's about. And to answer your question, Lucy, people told me when I started this film, I mean, look, I've never made a film before, so I just had an idea and a vision, and I had intention. And my intention was to get the word out to the general public that this is important and that you need to understand what's happening so that you can take action. And so when people told me, oh, this film is not visual, you can't make a visual film, or who do you, my daughter, who's 20 and who's here and is fabulous, said, what makes you think you can make a movie? And I'm like, what makes me think I can't? Woo! I love that too. So I stayed focused from the very beginning. I never let anybody tell me I can't. And I didn't, you know, one great piece of advice at the beginning was, you know, people would say, well, actually, someone said, don't measure your success by the outcome, just enjoy the process. And what I did was I just put 100% of myself into every aspect of this film, and I stayed present. So it was always about whatever was happening in that moment and doing the best job I could in that moment. And whatever happened after that, the universe would take care of it.
I'm just curious, how much money do you think has been spent on those frivolous lawsuits?
Oh, millions and millions, tens of millions. Look, wait, on frivolous lawsuits or on the propaganda to make you think that they're frivolous lawsuits? Tens of millions of dollars. And I'll tell you something. This just blew my mind, so I'm going to take it just 1 second. I met someone last night who told me that she was the person who made up some of this stuff. I mean, she volunteered to me.
Like the National Enquirer or
well, in the world of corporate propaganda. Something called Citizens Against Lawsuit Abuse, which were called CALAs. They were literally made up out of whole cloth. People believing that small businesses were starting these, that there was some groundswell of small businesses, and it was never. It was always from the top down. It was always big money creating a campaign and convincing the public that it was a groundswell from the people, and it was never that. Because why would we give up our rights? Why would we voluntarily give up our rights to the courts? Who and all, you know, why would we say, here, corporations, you make more money, take away my rights? We wouldn't do that if we understood it. So, and people don't understand it, and hopefully after you see my film you will, and you'll want to take action, and we have action items at the end, and we have a website that tells you how you can take action. I mean, just this past week, Congress voted, our new Republican Congress voted to put caps on damages again. And you know, people don't understand what that means until it affects you. Well, we're going to explain to you in our film how that affects you when we use real people, real characters who you'll come to, you know, who you'll feel for, and those characters, when you follow what happens to them, it'll help explain to you all the things that are happening to all of us that we don't even know about.
And Susan was voted by her peers as super lawyer for 2002, 3, 4, 2005, 2006, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You can't tell, can you? I'm just curious, what is a super lawyer?
It's you're voted by it's the top 5% of the attorneys in your state, and you're voted on by your other colleagues as to who the best lawyers are in the
Well,
state.
congratulations.